It was a Sunday night, February 9th, 1964.
The Ed Sullivan Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Close your eyes and out this.
You could barely hear the Beatles, and I remember my mom saying, "Why won't they just shut up so we can hear them sing?" After the Beatles played on Ed Sullivan, every boy wanted to grow his hair long. Every boy wanted to have a guitar. So I bought a guitar. It was a Sears Silvertone $19.95 guitar, 6-string. Not very good, but I learned a few chords, and everyone wanted to be the Beatles. To understand Beatlemania, you have to go back to 1963.
We just have a report from our correspondent Dan Rather in Dallas that he has confirmed that President Kennedy is dead.
And he represented youth, and he represented hope for the future, and our whole nation was in mourning. I don't mean that lightly. It was just a very depressing time. Early in '64, it was like this group from England, the Beatles. No one really knew what they were, but there was this buzz about them. And what they brought to America, I think, was certainly their music, but they brought back hope. They were young, and they were funny, and they had a good time, and it was like, it's okay, we can have fun again. People had Beatle lunch pails, and they brought them to school, and people wanted to know, now is that John, Paul, George, or Ringo? And the girls, oh, my favorite's John, or my favorite's Paul. I remember we'd go over to somebody's house, and we'd pull out the albums, and we'd study the Beatles. We'd turn them up really loud and listen to them and try and learn the chords. There were needles that were on the album, so eventually if you listened to it enough, you kind of wore out the album and had to buy another one. There will never be another group like the Beatles that will have as great an impact on me, certainly. I'll bet on the world of music, on my kids, on anyone. It's just timeless music that I think will be around for a very long time.
Mother Nature's son, swaying daisies, sing a lazy song.